wanted to thank you all for joining us today. And since it is 12:01, we are just going to jump in and get started. Want to be cognizant of everybody's time today. So welcome to the Pittsburgh Human Resources Association's PHRA Experience Informational Webinar. So the goal of this webinar today is to address some commonly asked questions that we receive, as well as give you all the opportunity to connect with us and ask us your own questions. So this webinar will also be recorded as we are right now, and we will get this sent to you via email along with some follow-up information and how to access some of the benefits and resources we'll be discussing throughout the webinar today. But if you have any questions while we're going through this, please feel free to put them in the chat box or hang on to them until the end. We'll open up the floor for any questions and we can address them then. But we will just go ahead and we can get started by introducing your presenters today.
Hi, everybody. I'm Liz Lamping here, the Executive Director of the Pittsburgh Human Resource Association. I have now been with the PHRA for 17 years. I received my master's degree from Carnegie Mellon University in business management with a concentration in HR. And prior to joining the PHRA, I was the Senior Director of Member Services and a project manager for the Society of Human Resource Management, or better known to most as SHRM, headquartered in Washington, D.C. And as your Executive Director, I'm responsible for the day-to-day operations of the association, which includes managing all of our committees, our staff, as well as developing business plans in collaboration with our Board of Directors.
Hi again, everybody. My name is Catherine Miller. I am the Associate Chapter Director with the PHRA, and I have been a part of this team for 7 years now. I earned my undergraduate degree in Human Resources Management from Point Park University. And with the PHRA, I'm responsible for things like the oversight of membership growth and retention efforts, our marketing and managing the communication efforts and marketing initiatives, aiding in the development of our membership programs and events and the offerings that you see. And then I also serve as a liaison to the volunteer committees and provide additional support while they carry out their initiatives. And also on the call today with us is Judith Hall, the PHRA Administrative Assistant. And over the next few minutes as we go through this webinar, we will review the basics of the PHRA, how you can make the most of your membership, and we'll, like I mentioned earlier, answer questions that you may have. So here's a brief overview of what we'll cover, including the structure of our organization and our strategic priorities, PHRA highlights, membership benefits reviews, and how to get involved with the group, and then just open-ended events and questions. So we look forward to getting to know you all a bit throughout this next half an hour and connecting you all to each other. So now I'm going to turn it back to Liz. Liz, would you mind providing an overview of the PHRA, how it's structured, and then we can talk about our strategic priorities?
Of course I would. So thank you, Catherine, for kicking us off today. I am proud to say that we have now entered into our 109th year of serving and advancing HR professionals. Our chapter's primary focus has always been to provide local networking and professional development opportunities for our members. In 1972, our chapter affiliated with the Society for Human Resource Management, which is the world's largest association devoted to HR management. However, it's important to note, and we get this question quite often, but membership in the PHRA is separate and apart from membership in the National SHRM organization. SHRM currently does have close to 580 affiliated professional chapters within the United States and members within over 140 countries. PHRA is very proud to say that we are considered a super mega chapter. And what that means is that PHRA has over 1,000 members. And there's only 17 chapters out of that 580 or so that have that status of super mega. So we are very proud of our status there. There are a few requirements for us to maintain our affiliation with SHRM, such as 51% of our PHRA members must also be members of SHRM to maintain our affiliation, which is why you'll see SHRM at a lot of our events and through a lot of our marketing. We also need to have a chapter representative participate at the PHRA State Council level. Our chapter president is typically our representative at the State Council. State Council's role is to provide a structure for key volunteer leaders in the state to consult together on affairs, activities, and just different efforts within the state focused on, of course, human resources. Due to the hard work of our staff and our 120 some volunteers that we have, PHRA has become the proud recipient of several awards from SHRM and the Pennsylvania State Council over the years. The one I'm most proud of is Chapter of the Year, and we won this in 2015, 2020, and 2022. And most recently, we were also awarded the prestigious Excel Platinum Award for our previous year accomplishments. The Excel Award is awarded to chapters recognizing strategic activities, initiatives, and tactical initiatives that elevate the profession of HR. The award can be earned at 4 levels: bronze, silver, gold, and platinum, and PHRA has always received the highest award designation. So PHRA's paid staff, which Catherine mentioned at the beginning, would be myself, Catherine, and Judith, our administrative assistant. We are responsible for steering the boat and managing the day-to-day operations and committee initiatives. Our board members are the fiduciaries who drive the organization towards a sustainable future by adopting sound ethical and legal governance and financial management policies, as well as making sure that our association has the adequate resources to continue to advance its mission. So when you're at your next PHRA event, please take a glance at the name badges. On the attendee name badges, you will see a tag if that particular person is a board member. If they're noted as a board member, please feel free to ask them questions, provide feedback. That's what the folks are there for, to help serve and advance our membership. All right, so our vision is to align human resources as a strategic business partner in organizations by leading and increasing HR competency and business acumen. Our priorities, our strategic priorities, are our goals that are deemed most important by our board of directors to ensure that the current and future health of our association is strong. So the staff and the committees drive these priorities to guarantee we are working towards our mission and vision. And so in order to do with this, our 4 priorities are to serve the HR professional, maintain financial stability, broadcast the message of HR, and engage the Pittsburgh business community. I'm going to dive just a little deep into each priority so you have a better understanding as to how we are working to achieve these initiatives. So our first strategic priority is to serve you, the local HR professional. And we do this by providing unique benefits that contribute to your professional development and provide value-added resources for you to apply within your organization. There are several ways that PHRA helps to serve the local HR professional. The one that I would like to highlight are our free monthly webinars. So all PHRA members can participate in 6 complimentary virtual learning and professional development programs throughout the year. The webinar this month is focusing on navigating remote, hybrid, and in-office work. We also have complimentary monthly roundtable discussions that provide our members a safe space to gather and share their thoughts on HR hot topics, listen to each other, learn from one another, and understand that there are others going through similar experiences within the profession. So we have a lot of great programming that's filling our calendar, so please take a look. There's something out there for everyone. And our second strategic priority is to maintain our present course of strong financial management. The strength in our financial statements continues to reflect the strong leadership of the PHRA, supplying services and benefits that our members demand. Due to our financial management, we are able to continue to provide our members certification scholarships, trial memberships, free professional development webinars, as well as extended in-transition membership rates. And our third strategic priority is to proactively look for ways to broadcast the message of HR. I'm excited to announce that we did just recently launch season 3 of our PHRA podcast. This season is specifically dedicated to spotlighting the invaluable members of our board of directors. These professionals bring wealth of knowledge and experience to the table, and we believe that their insights are both enlightening and inspiring. So stay tuned for the engaging conversations that really do delve into the heart of HR excellence. And I hope that you will all join in on those conversations. And finally, our fourth strategic priority is to engage the Pittsburgh business community with collaborative outreach efforts. We've partnered with several organizations throughout Allegheny County to host PHRA volunteer days and collect monetary and item donations for those most in need. Most recently, we supported the Homeless Children's Education Fund by donating things such as educational supplies, things that can make a positive impact in the lives of homeless children. PHRA's generosity has made a difference and brought smiles to the faces of many children over the years. And if there's ever a charity that in need, please let us know. We're always looking for additional ways to engage with the community. So, in summary, we are on track to achieve success as it relates to all of our strategic priorities. Together, we've all envisioned, planned, strategized with new invigoration, continuing to serve the HR professional and advance the HR profession. So I'm going to flip it back to Catherine now to provide more details on all of the specific PHRA membership benefits.
Perfect. That sounds great. Excuse me. Before I jump into that, we are going to run a quick poll, if you all won't mind just completing that for us today. So we're just kind of looking to learn about what it was that encouraged you to join the PHRA. What was your top reason? Did that include networking opportunities, learning and professional development, the discounts you would receive? Just kind of looking for some feedback. Oh, and the results are coming in quickly. This is awesome. Thank you all so much for completing this. And then we'll just give it just one more second. Okay, I think we've got everybody. Thank you. And it looks like the majority of you, we are pretty, the learning and professional development opportunities came out on top, and not far behind were networking opportunities, and then our HR news and resource options. So lucky for you all, we are going to be jumping in and kind of talking about all of those and breaking all of those pieces down to give you a little bit more information about what that would look like with your membership or in just through participation. So we can just jump in to our membership benefits, how you can use them. And just so you are all aware, everything that we will be talking about today can be found on our website, which is www.pittsburghra.org. So we will start with the membership discounts. So all of our benefits here are kind of put together as like a little puzzle piece. So we'll jump in with that option there. So we at the PHRA are very proud that we are able to present our members with excuse me, discounts on event registrations, membership dues, and even university tuitions as well. PHRA members receive access to one complimentary educational program per month. And you're also eligible with your membership to save up to 50% on additional monthly learning programs, as well as our networking events. And there is nothing you really need to do other than to make sure that you are signed into your PHRA profile in order to be able to take advantage of those discounts. Once you're signed in, they do automatically apply to your card, so make it nice and easy. We do also offer group membership discounts to folks who have 5 or more individuals at their company who are interested in joining the PHRA. And if we put them all on the same invoice, we can save you up to 40% off the invoice total, depending on how many team members you're signing up. And I would be happy to jump into this into a little bit more detail. If you have any more questions, or if this is something that you think maybe would work for you and your team, you can contact me directly and we can get the ball rolling for that. And if you are interested in continuing your education, the PHRA partners with local universities such as Robert Morris University, Point Park University, Carnegie Mellon University, and La Roche University to provide discounted tuitions each semester. So there is additional information on the website about that. And again, all of the information that we just kind of talked about just now will be under the membership value section of our webpage. And the next piece is the network and connect piece of the membership puzzle. With over 1,100 members and multiple networking events per year, we are able to provide many opportunities for you to connect with other local HR professionals. We are in the process of offering primarily in-person networking events, but we do oftentimes have a nice mix of virtual programs in there, so we're able to accommodate everybody. Um, the PHRA Networking Committee is really busy planning events for this year, so be sure to keep a lookout on our events calendar for more opportunities for 2024. Our next in-person networking event will be a Meet Your PHRA Colleagues networking event at Bubba's Burgers in South Point, Cannonsburg. So that'll be on March 20th, and we really hope you're able to join us there. And the next piece of the puzzle will be the learn piece. So at the PHRA, we have been responsible for training hundreds of HR professionals each year with really top quality content and instruction through educational programs and our annual conferences. Our programs do meet the highest possible standards and are typically available and accessible for SHRM and HRCI recertification credits. Our current educational programs can be found under the conferences and events tab on our website, and that calendar does grow, so be sure to keep a lookout for those too. We also offer two virtual 12-week certification prep courses for SHRM certifications throughout the year to help folks prepare for and ultimately pass either their SHRM CP or their SHRM SCP exams. And our course is designed to prepare folks for either of those. And in 2022, the PHRA also launched an on-demand webinar library that houses all of our recorded educational programs that are all webinar-based. And this allows you to view them at a speed and a time that works best for you. It's convenient for you in your schedule, while you're still able to receive the SHRM and the HRCI recertification credit information. So definitely would encourage folks to check that out. That is also underneath the conferences and events tab on the website. And our final piece here are the resources and tools piece. So the PHRA, we're very proud to share that we are one of the country's largest HR associations, and our volunteers and staff do work very hard to be able to provide the most reliable and relevant resources and tools to really help you stay connected to your profession. And these items include directories, in-house publications, and a very robust career center. In late 2022, we did launch two brand new resources pages for our members. This includes our identity resources page, which houses educational resources and content that is organized based on the various identities, personal identities that HR professionals can use to support not only their professional growth, but personal growth and development as well. So that is continuing to grow. So definitely would check that out as well. And our legislative resources page also launched around the same time. And this page is designed to provide real-time information on the legislation that is affecting the world of work in Pennsylvania, or you can filter it by other states that you may support outside of ours. And lastly, we are again very proud to share that we offer a SHRM certification scholarship that subsidizes the cost of the PHRA SHRM certification prep course that we just spoke about a few moments ago. So that waives the costs for that. And the benefits and the specific resources for those can be found under the various menu tabs at the top. You're also welcome to reach out to us directly and we can help get you to the right place. And now we'll move into how you can get involved as a member and make the most out of your membership. We do provide many opportunities for our members to volunteer, which gives you the ability to directly impact the types of programs, events, and initiatives that we offer, as well as giving you an opportunity to network with some of our really most engaged members. So some of the most effective ways to get involved with the association are on the screen here. That includes joining our buddy program, which is our version of a mentorship program where we match mentees with a veteran PHRA member mentor. We are currently looking for both mentees and mentors. So if you feel that you would benefit from a mentee, or if you as a mentor have knowledge that you would like to share with a newer person in HR or somebody newer in their PHRA membership, please feel free to reach out. We're looking really looking forward to growing that program in 2024. Additional ways to get involved, excuse me, also include sponsorship, spreading brand awareness at our events, or presenting an HR topic to our members during a monthly educational program. And again, additional information is all found on the website underneath the Get Involved tab. And one of the most common ways, and ultimately the best way to really get involved with the PHRA community, would be to join one of our committees. So all of the committees that are available and accessible are listed here on the screen. Our committees do meet generally once per month, and participation really is an incredible way to make a direct impact on association initiatives. Through our experience and over time, we've seen that committee involvement also has the potential to turn into additional leadership roles within the group, including our board of directors seats, committee chair seats, as well as seats on our executive committee. And I would be happy to discuss committee involvement as well. All of the committees and kind of a brief description can be found on the screen here. But more detailed information, including how to sign up and when these individual committees meet, can be found under the Get Involved tab. And that is it for me. So now I'm going to jump back to Liz for some important PHRA related announcements.
Thank you, Catherine. So as Catherine highlighted, there is always something happening at the PHRA, and there's ample ways to get involved. I feel like this month, month of March, I must have caught some spring fever because I've gone crazy and planned a number of things in the month of March for us. So looking ahead, mark your calendars for March 19th. We're bringing back our HR Academy, Elevate Your Workforce. It's a one-day workshop designed to empower you in creating meaningful conversations, purpose-driven work, and ways to foster a human-centric approach to performance success. So that's March 19th. And then as Catherine highlighted with her announcements on the 20th of March, we have our first in-person networking event for the year at Bubba's Gourmet Burgers. Our Meet Your PHRA Colleagues events are just a fantastic opportunity to connect with new members, familiar faces, and just find some new conversations to contribute to your professional growth. We're welcoming both new and veteran members to come and join us and to meet our board, staff, and fellow PHRAers. So mark your calendar for that date. Some other announcements, some deadlines that we have coming up would be with our conference. So we're calling on all experts. We're inviting our members to share their knowledge and insights as a speaker at our 2024 annual conference and exhibition. The theme for this year's conference is Sharing Solutions, Success Through Synergy. Our conference is a 2-day in-person event, which is an excellent platform to contribute to the professional learning and networking of our members. And proposals are all due March 15th. And lastly, we are excited to announce that our nominations are open for our 2024 Engaging Pittsburgh Awards. For those that are new to the association, Engaging Pittsburgh recognizes innovative HR practices within organizations that are located here within Southwestern Pennsylvania. It's become a movement really that's designed to motivate and inspire leadership in our region to consider innovative people-centered work practices. So if your organization is exemplifying outstanding people practices and is dedicated to workforce excellence, please take this opportunity so that we can celebrate the excellence within our business community. Again, nominations close for this as well on March 15th. So that would be the my updates for the month of March for us. I just want to conclude by saying that the PHRA takes pride in the fact that our educational conferences, our programming, our networking events are created with the ideas and thoughts that our members provide to us so that we can continue to provide you value development opportunities. So please mark your calendar. There's some events listed here on the screen. We have listened, and again, all of our events have been scheduled based on the member needs that are articulated to us through conversations or in our member opinion surveys. I think it's time now for them to pick our brains, right?
Yes, but Zoom is losing its mind here. I am so sorry about that, everybody. So yes, it is now your turn. We are going to turn it all over to you. We're here to answer any questions that you may have, clarify anything that we've covered. Please feel free to, you can stick something in the chat if you'd like, or unmute and ask away.
Hey, hi. Can you guys see and hear me?
We can.
Yeah, it's good to see you
Hey,
again, Sam.
I know I feel like I've been bothering the two of you lately, so I apologize if I've grown to be a pest at all.
No way.
Yeah,
No
I
members
think
have passed.
that there's an old quote that there's no stupid questions, but there are many inquisitive idiots, and sometimes I think I might fall in that category. But I appreciate your patience with me. As I'm trying to get pretty super involved in the PHRA. I had a couple of questions about coordinating webinars. So we do a monthly webinar. Um, we, meaning the PHRA, does a monthly webinar. Is there a deadline to get proposals in, or is it kind of like first come, first serve? And maybe I should preface this by saying that Catherine, you and I had chatted about this before, but we do quarterly webinars at Heron Palmer on all types of HR topics that I'm encouraging my team to repurpose for the PHRA. And so I'm just curious, because like from a timing perspective, I'll want to make sure I'm being sensitive to their time as well. And I'm coordinating within a range that makes sense.
Right. So we have our learning professional development committee that reviews all of our proposals. So they're kind of selected on a rolling basis. So
Okay.
we have at least one webinar per month. And if you click on, I was just on our website, so I wanted to make sure I point you in the right direction. If you click on the Get Involved tab and click on Volunteer, it'll bring you to a list where you'll see immediate needs. And if you keep scrolling down to where is it? Speak at a workshop or webinar, you'll find the proposal form. So if you submit that to me, then I take it to the committee, we review it, and then as long as it meets the members' needs and it's of educational value, we will then work with you to put you onto the calendar.
Thanks. And so is there generally like a kind of a average time in between? Like if I were to submit a proposal tomorrow.
Yeah, so our calendar is full right now. You would be like the October-ish timeframe.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
You'll get a quick response on your proposal. The committee meets monthly. So you'll get a quick response on the proposal with what direction they are going to take, but based off of the calendar, we are full through October.
Gotcha. Okay, thanks. That's good.
Anybody else?
Yes, I have a couple of questions. So my name is Beth. I'm new to the PHRA, but not human resources. I was about a 20-year member for the Westmoreland chapter of Human Resources Association. And obviously at the end of this past year, our chapter had closed. So obviously we are absorbing under the PHRA, which has been great. Couple of questions. So with the PHRA, I guess there's the large conference that you all hold. Do you have an average number of like credits that you obtain for that particular conference versus the one that's coming up here in March?
So the annual conference is typically 10 credits, and the in-person credit or conference that we have coming up in March is also, it's 5 credits for in-person, 5 credits for virtual. However, it's hybrid. So you'll have the opportunity to watch all of the sessions. So you have the opportunity to receive up to 10 credits for the HR Academy, and the conference will provide you 10 credits over the course of the 2 days.
Okay. And then you mentioned in terms of, on average, there's going to be like monthly speakers. Is that correct? Within the PHRA? I know I've attended some of them so far. So is that, I know that she mentioned there were 6, or there, what, so is there like does that not include months that they have the conference, or like what's the average number of meetings and credits and things along those lines?
So we typically do not have webinars the month of our conference and the month of our
Okay.
employment law conference. So there's normally 10 webinars per month. 6 of them are complimentary, and then we do try to find sponsors of the other 4 to absorb the cost for the members.
Okay. So about 10 webinars per year, is that
Mhm.
correct? Okay, great.
Correct.
And
Yeah, if
then,
you're interested in
ahead.
membership for recertifying purposes, you'll get enough credits per year to
Yeah, well,
recertify.
that's not obviously the only, that's what I'm just trying to sort through. I mean, obviously
Right.
we had limited amounts of meetings and things like that this past year. So I was just trying to understand that from that perspective, you know, as well. And then do you house like all of the like when you send the information in terms of the credits, the you know, the HRCI numbers and so forth, is that something we can find on the website, like under our membership, or are we just being sent that like on an individual basis for that, those
You're sent.
codes, you know what I mean?
Mhm. Yep, we send those on an individual basis. So
Okay, great.
after we cross-reference the registration with the
Sure.
reports after each event.
Perfect. Okay, great. That's all the
Good
questions I had.
questions.
Thank you. Thank you for answering those. Thank you.
Yep.
Hi, good afternoon. It's Jim McGill. How are you?
I'm good. Nice
Good,
to
how are you?
virtually meet you, Jim.
Good, pleasure. I'm actually kind of excited to be back with the group. It's been probably 7 years or so since I've been active in PHRA, so pretty excited. Glad to see you guys are still around and thriving. Question for you. I was looking at the Latitude tool that you guys have, the mentoring mentee piece, and I was just curious, like what I was hoping to find out a little bit more about it. I signed up a couple weeks ago and hadn't heard anything back yet. Is it and it's probably user error on my part, but is it a big time commitment on it? Do we know what do you generally experience from I was looking to be a mentor, and I just wasn't sure really how much of a time commitment is it?
So I would say the time commitment is really what you would like to put into it, what you and then whoever you're chatting with. It kind of really is a personal choice from that point.
Okay,
I would say that the folks that are the most successful with the program are the ones that actually that go into their profile and add some different topics that they'd like to chat with. And the folks that add, you can add availability on there from your calendar. You can import your calendar. So folks can go in and schedule and you can block off time for that kind of thing. So I would say that it seems that the relationships that tend to work out the best are between the folks that are actively engaged and that are choosing to put that time commitment in, but it really does boil down to the two of you.
got it.
I will double check on what happened with your Latitude registration. I manage that, so I'll double check on that. I'm glad you said something, and then I can either get you added in there or get you the email resent. So I'll double check on that today.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Wasn't trying to throw anybody under the bus on that one.
No,
Was just curious
no.
about it.
Well, I don't know about it unless somebody tells me, so I appreciate you letting me know and we'll get that fixed.
Oh, thanks for your help. Appreciate it.
Of course. Okay. Well, if there are no other questions, we will go ahead and wrap up. Like we mentioned earlier, we will be sending this out via email. A recording of the link, you'll receive the presentation as well, and then you'll receive the email addresses for myself, Liz, and Judith. So should you have any questions, you'll have direct contacts for the 3 of us. But thank you all very, very much. We're really grateful to have you all join us. And again, if you have any questions, we're here. Or if there's anything else you'd like to discuss after you kind of have some time to digest that all. But thank you all again for coming and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks
Have a
so
good
much.
day,
I
everybody.
appreciate it, guys.
All right, bye
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Bye.